The Bison Basketball Show with NDSU head coaches Dave Richman and Jory Collins. The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank for a better way of life and Pepsi.
All right, Bison Nation, welcome back on in. It is another edition of the Bison Basketball Show. Bison Men's head coach Dave Richman, Sam Neidermann here with you. Good to have you aboard. Coach, great to see you. Couple of highly competitive games in the Shack here this weekend, and the Bison up to 20 wins on the year now.
Yeah, continuously competing at the highest level to achieve that 20-win mark is, a tremendous accomplishment, for our program and in particular for these guys this year. And so a good weekend, obviously not a great weekend based on some slippage, on Thursday, but really pleased with the way we responded on Saturday afternoon.
Denver and Omaha. Let's take a look back at the highlights. We'll start with Thursday's game going up against Denver. The Bison back at home for the first time in a few weeks. Coach, it got started early. Trayson Anderson, nice move inside. Knew it was going to be a good battle. It ended up being the first half. Denver took control.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're seeing a couple of the first half highlights, but there weren't many if we're being honest with each other. Tay Smith got hot for a little bit, but I never loved our defensive energy, and we weren't as effective as we needed to be on the backboards on both ends of the floor. And, credit Denver. They came out and hit us with the first punch, and, that really carried over the better part of that game for them.
You mentioned Tay, Coach. You just saw the back-to-back threes that he had, and then Markai Strickland underneath as we get started in the second half. Down by double digits. How about the response here to get back into it?
Yeah, again, you credit our guys, and we do have that ability to respond like that. That is our superpower. We can respond, and we don't get phased in too many big moments, especially when we've been down. At the same sense, we've been relying on that superpower a little bit too much. And again, Denver made some terrific plays after we had taken the lead, showed some great composure, great toughness. But we can't put ourselves in the position that we were in particular in the first half, Sam.
Tay Smith with the and one on the three-pointer. All of a sudden, we've got a ball game. Noah Feddersen, inside. That ties the game up. Here we go. It's back and forth with 7 minutes to go. Really tight one-score game.
Yeah, I think if you're a basketball fan and you were able to be there or you watched it on TV, you saw some really good basketball down the stretch. And now, from our perspective, not so good, right? And there's things behind the scenes that we got to make sure we're on point with and cleaning up, and we'll be able to do those things. But again, I don't want to take anything away from Denver, but you know me, it's about us and the things that we can do better, and plenty of things coming out of this game that we need to make sure that we're refocused on, so to speak.
70-68 after Markai Strickland, who had a really nice night, leading the way with 19 points. Final minute, Logan Kinsey for Denver gets through the baseline and gets the dunk, and that would do it as Denver wins it. First conference loss of the season for the Bison, 78-71. You look at the final score there, Coach. Markai, he led the way with 19 points.
Yeah, and again, you go back to some of the things that I talked about leading up to that. I did think Markai had a great week of practice, and how you prepare is normally going to tell you, how the game's going to go for you too. And so, again, is one loss, at this point of the season the worst thing for us? Some people tell me no. I'm still disappointed in it, Sam. But again, our guys did a great job of responding and being able to learn quickly, but flip the page and be present on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it was a quick turnaround to Saturday. We're going to take a look at those highlights coming up in our next segment. The Bison hosting Omaha, looking to get back in the win column and find win number 20 on the year. We've got it for you coming up next.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Orthopedic pain is limiting. It's unpredictable. And when it disrupts the way you move, it disrupts the way you live. Life is better when you feel empowered to move the way you want, when you want. And that's where our experts come in. We're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine treatment options that can manage your pain, rehab your injuries, and restore your confidence. Take back the freedom to move. Explore your orthopedic options at Sanford Health.
Hey, grab me one too.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative, PetroServe USA, helping America fuel better. Call today.
A fender bender, a big idea, the next chapter.
Different days have different needs,
but they all start the same way.
with one call to First Western. Banking.
Insurance. Trust.
Not departments, just different ways we show up for the same people.
First Western, all under one roof, all in your corner. You can bank on us.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Welcome back on in Bison Basketball Show, along with Bison men's head coach Dave Richman. I'm Sam Neidermann. Good to have you along with us. Coach, let's dive into the highlights here. Bison taking on Omaha here on a Saturday afternoon. Midwest Madness. Everybody had their cowboy hats. A lot of fun to get everybody inside the shack. Start off with Markai Strickland, did a good way to initiate this one early.
Yeah, I think you saw Markai, you saw a bunch of us. You know, we part of our issue I thought Thursday was we settled a little bit. We weren't present at the front of the rim. We weren't getting to the free throw line, and even that shot by Trayson, those are inside out shots. And we had a lot better offensive mindset to be a little bit more aggressive, to be on attack. I loved our defensive energy, in particular in the first half, and even the shots that Omaha was hitting. You know, that were shots that we're going to keep them out of the paint. We're going to make you prove them for 40 minutes. And again, really pleased with the way our guys have responded.
The steal and score for Andy Stefanowicz, and then inside to find Markai Strickland. Bison leading it by double digits late in the first half. Take another look at this one. Andy all the way to the basket and won 41-28. Another really balanced offensive day, Coach.
Yeah, and again, I think that's, you know, truly when our defense is feeding our offense, and when you're getting the 4 or 5, even sometimes 6 guys in double figures, Sam, you know, that's the best version of this team, and exciting, really exciting to see. It's a fun brand to play, and obviously a tremendous end of the half right there.
Awesome buzzer beater by Noah Feddersen, and he would come alive here in the second half as well. Finishes at the rim, buys it up by 15. Then he goes in for the two-handed slam.
You saw a pretty darn good version of our unit, you know, there for the majority of this game, and for us to be up 18 against the talented, very talented Omaha team that was probably playing with some desperation based on, you know, their result at North Dakota on Thursday, and extremely proud of our guys' execution for the better part of that game. Again, a little bit of slippage for about 6 minutes in the second half, and when you let a talented team like Omaha, you know, get a little bit comfortable like we did, that's going to happen. But again, our guys found a way down the stretch to gap it and come out with a great victory.
Bison weathering the storm here as Omaha was able to get back into it. Paul Jobay with the and one basket. That would make things a one-score game. But then, Coach, huge play by Damari Wheeler-Thomas. Not the first time, or not the last time, rather, as he goes in. Here's our Gate City Bank play of the game.
Yeah, that to me, at the end of the day, that's DWT being DWT right there. And, you know, he made some plays early in the game. I thought offensively maybe he was a little bit quiet, getting others involved and doing his thing defensively. But, you know, Damari is always ever present at the end of the games and was relentless, getting downhill, being in the paint, getting to the free throw line. Fun to see that version of him.
92-84, the final score. The Bison win it. as you take a look here at our final stats. 20th win on the season, Coach. 10th time here in the D1 era of Bison basketball that's happened.
Yeah, tremendous, Mark. And for us, competing at the highest level of the NCAA, you know, truly a great accomplishment for our program and obviously for this team to be a part of it. And there's a lot that goes into it. And winning 10 in league already, obviously a big part of it was our non-conference and getting better and taking care of business there. But really, really proud of that group. And in particular, look at the numbers. Andy Stefanowicz has another 8 assists, no turnover game. You know, what can you say about the consistency of Noah Feddersen lately? But you also saw multiple other guys step up and contribute, and that's the best version of Bison basketball.
Fetty, 5th straight game with 10-plus points off of the bench. He led the way with 18. He was our NODAC Insurance Player of the Game.
Noah Feddersen is our NODAC Insurance Player of the Game, and to add to this really good performance, you told me you played the last 2 minutes without a contact lens. Describe the last minutes of this game. How were you guys able to pull it off?
Yeah, you know, I think we just made the right plays down the stretch. You know, we didn't try to do too much on either end of the floor. We just try to do us, do what the coaches tell us, and pull it off. What was said in that stretch where they make 9 3-pointers in the second half and they're climbing back? What were the huddles like over the last few minutes? Yeah, it was really just to keep trusting our defense. You know, a lot of those threes, they didn't get into our paint at all, and that's really what we want to do is protect the hoop, protect the paint. So we said, keep trusting it. You know, they're going to start missing some. You know, we didn't really miss that many in the first half. So it kind of flipped there, but we kept trusting it and protecting the house. You lead the way with 18 points today. It's not just today with you, it's this last stretch you've been on. What's working so well for you? You know, I think just getting comfortable in that new role coming off the bench. We've been doing really well. Everyone finding their roles as we've gotten through the season. And then just, you know, all the confidence that the coaches and my teammates give me. You know, obviously they throw me some great passes. So it's just a whole team effort, really. Congratulations on this one. We'll let you go celebrate.
There you go, Coach. You get a look at some of the highlights there. Noah flying around in the paint, lost the contact, big game, got poked in the eye, and another valiant performance by number 34.
Yeah, I think it's extremely fitting. You see the Band-Aid over there, and in my understanding, he ended up getting, you know, his skin glued back together, and that kind of exemplifies how Fetty's been. There's a blue-collar toughness kind of fitting on the cowboy hat day, and, you know, resembles the community, you know, that we get to play in and that we live in, and really proud of Noah Feddersen. You know, he's gained some confidence back. He's battled through some adversity, and a big part of, you know, our successes here lately.
No doubt about it, Coach. Well, it's kind of crazy to think about. Only 5 more games to go in the Summit regular season. 1 game this week and up in Grand Forks. Take us through what things look like to prepare.
Yeah, big week of preparation. I think that's the key. You know, you can get caught up in how many are left and this and that. Like, we have to be ever present. And you know, I felt like some things maybe behind the scenes, there was some slippage that led to Thursday. And that's on me. You know, we got to be on point with dotting I's and crossing T's and all the little things that, you know, it's great that we have the end in mind. But the only way we're going to take care of the end is to be present every day and not let any slippage happen. So a big week, obviously a rivalry. You know, but we're going to be extremely excited to, you know, to go up north and compete 1 p.m. on Saturday afternoon.
Going to be awesome. NDSU and UND on the hardwood. Coach, really appreciate the time. Thanks so much, and good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, Sam. Go Bison.
Coach Richman here with us on the Bison Basketball Show. There's a look at the Summit League men's standings. We're back with you in a moment. Jory Collins joins us talking about the Bison women after this.
So, you want to be the best? The best commit to showing up before dawn, perfecting form, pushing limits, even when no one's watching. To be the best, you show up always. Every swing, every drill, every sprint matters. You keep going. When the moment is here, you show up ready. Shields.
Since NODAC Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance in the glove box has changed to a quick tap to our online app. And as new technologies make farming more efficient, our coverage ensures you're always protected. The way we live and work has changed, but our values, service, and commitment have remained the same. NODAC is constantly evolving to meet your insurance needs and deliver answers where and when you need them most. NODAC Insurance Company. Agents with answers.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
A fender bender. A big idea. The next chapter.
Different days have different needs.
But they all start the same way.
With one call to First Western. Banking.
Insurance. Trust.
Not departments, just different ways we show up for the same people.
First Western. All under one roof, all in your corner. You can bank on us.
Welcome back to the Bison Basketball Show, joined now by Bison women's basketball head coach Jory Collins. Jory, great to see you. Thanks for coming on. The win streak is up to 20. How remarkable is that? Good to see you.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. Good to see you too, Sam. It's another good week for us. Obviously, getting on the road for our last 2-game road swing. Wanted to put our best foot forward last week, knowing that we had a bye this week and a little more time. So really proud of our group going on the road and getting it done.
No doubt. Well, why don't we start with the first of those 2 road games at Kansas City. The Bison going down to take on the Rouge, looking for the season sweep. Only team that had a lead against the Bison currently in this undefeated Summit League stretch. Start things off with Riley Simon. Nice little mid-range. Bison trailing by 1 early second quarter, but this, Jory, is where Marissa Frost would go bonkers.
Yeah, we had the Andy Frost warning in this game, and Marissa Frost was able to find some spots here in the first half. I think she made 5 threes in the first half, and we needed every one of them. This was an extremely physical game and always a tough place for us to play, and Marissa Frost did just a terrific job of finding some open shots, knocking them down, giving us a little cushion and some momentum in the first half.
You start to lose count and lose track after all this. This one's number 5 from the quarter. Absolutely flips the game on its head as you get a look as the Bison lead it going into half. Let's take a look at this play, Jory. This was a key moment. Avery Coonan colliding underneath, and she would have to leave the game for a period of time with this collision.
Yeah, I mean, just 2 players turned at the same time, bumped heads, incidental stuff there. But, she went down and played defense, and then all of a sudden, blood is just running down her face. She had a big wrap on her head. I don't know if we'll see any clips of it, but she looked like she was in a war. Middle of the third quarter.
Yes, she ultimately is able to return, which is a great sight to see for the Bison wearing the new uniform. NDSU still in control of this one, 50-26 midway through the third quarter. Riley Simon underneath, and then the finish by Carrington Asp. Jory, this was a dominant stretch, really, after Marissa heated up and never looked back in the second half.
Yeah, we found some rhythm in the second half, and, this was one of those games, Sam, where I felt like it was a 5-point game the whole time, and I had to have our coaches keep telling me, hey, relax, it's 21, 22, 23, and I thought we did a good job keeping him at bay. Carrie was great late in this game, as you can see there, finishing, but just the style of play is so physical and tough that you feel like it's a back-and-forth game the entire time, even though we were able to get a little cushion there.
No doubt. 74-49, the final. Bison win it over Kansas City. At the time, 19th straight win, stay undefeated. Marissa Frost, 29 points. Jory, a new career high.
Yeah, career high. Again, a bunch of threes there in the second quarter, but obviously that wasn't it. She made plays up and down the game and throughout, and was really a catalyst for us to go on the road and win a tough road game.
Pretty awesome to see. Let's go over to Omaha. The road trip continues for the Bison, now taking on the Mavericks and looking to stay undefeated in Summit League play and potentially get the 20th consecutive win on the season. Start things off, good ball movement. Molly Lenz for 3.
Yeah, facing a post double all day against Omaha. The bigs did a great job of sharing it, getting inside out threes. Omaha is a team that struggled a little bit this year. We wanted to be extremely focused when we went into this game. One more to finish the road trip. Really proud of how we came out and established ourselves in this game.
Avery Coonan back on the floor doing good work in the paint. The Bison leading at 35-18. Another look down to the post. Beautiful feed from AK to Riley Simon.
I love to see our bigs sharing it. Got a good rim run out of AK right there. It had some patience. Hit Riley on the run and able to play here inside the zone a little bit. They were mixing defenses. Our players did a good job of
recognizing and then, countering and executing.
Jory, ultimately go over triple digits in this game, 102 points. What can you say about how balanced and effective your offense was?
Yeah, I mean, I love the minutes that we had. It was spread out throughout our entire team. We had a ton of people make some really good plays. It was great to see, some kids that maybe get a few minutes a game, get some more extended time, and make plays that we know they're really capable of making.
No doubt. The Bison up by 29 after a nice finish in the paint by Abby Kraswitzki. She had a really nice game.
Yeah, AK was terrific. I mean, I played 19 minutes, had 16 points, I think, on 6 of 6 shooting, 4-4 from the free throw line. Super efficient. Also kind of our emotional leader and set the tone for us that day, Sam.
Yeah, and then an AG, Abby Graham from the corner for 3.
Yep, AG doing what she does. Big-time three-point shooter. I think was 4 for 5 on the day, so super efficient in her opportunities also.
The Bison put it in the books, and it is officially a 20-game win streak, 102-51, the final score. Another road win, too, Jory. 10 road wins for the first time since '96.
Yeah, that's super impressive to be able to go on the road. And that's obviously non-con and conference play, and just continue to show up and be ready. We talk a lot about our team being on time, and we've done that on every road trip. You can see it going into hotel room preparation, all that stuff. Our team's been ready. I'm really proud of them for that.
Pretty awesome to see. The Bison women still undefeated and in first place in Summit League play. A ton to get to as we get ready for UND coming up. We're going to take our last break. When we return, we're talking with Claire Stern and her incredible response to adversity here this season with the Bison.
Orthopedic pain is limiting. It's unpredictable. And when it disrupts the way you move, it disrupts the way you live. Life is better when you feel empowered to move the way you want, when you want. And that's where our experts come in. We're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine treatment options that can manage your pain, rehab your injuries, and restore your confidence. Take back the freedom to move. Explore your orthopedic options at Sanford Health.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative, PetroServe USA, helping America feel better. USA. Call today.
Hey, grab me one too.
So, you want to be the best? The best commit to showing up before dawn, perfecting form, pushing limits, even when no one's watching. To be the best, you show up always. Every swing, every drill, every sprint matters. You keep going. When the moment is here, you show up ready. Shields.
Welcome back to the Bison Basketball Show. Sam Neidermann along with Bison Women's head coach Jory Collins. It's time for this week's Olaf Anderson feature. WDAY's Dom Izzo telling the inspiring story of Claire Stern's response to adversity.
This was supposed to be the breakthrough season for Claire Stern. After seeing flashes of solid play last year for the Bison, she was ready for a bigger role.
Stern open with a three. Got it!
That all changed in June when Stern passed out back home in the Twin Cities. She arrived at the hospital, and the doctors told her she had suffered 5 heart attacks.
And then I was stable the rest of the night, but definitely out of it, and they had no idea what was happening, what triggered it.
She spent 2 weeks in the ICU undergoing testing, where the doctors found a rare genetic mutation in Stern's heart. Any physical exertion would trigger cardiomyopathy and kill her. Stern would have to give up the game of basketball.
It's definitely still something that I'm processing through. I think being here in the beginning, it kind of just felt like I was an injured player, and eventually I get back. And I think as we get more and more into the season, it's becoming more real, but my teammates have been a really good support system throughout it.
Stern announced in September that she was medically retiring from the game. Head coach Jory Collins created a student assistant position so that Stern could still be with the team.
There's definitely times in practices where I'm like, it's harder to be here than it is to not be here, but I just try and come in with a smile every day and know that everything happens for a reason, and I'm just super grateful to still be here.
She's honestly just inspiring to see, how she's taken this, and also just accepting that her worth is not in basketball, and there's so much more to life than the sport that we play. I think you can just take a lot of lessons from her.
Stern hasn't sat on the bench despite not playing. She created a nonprofit, the RareDNA Foundation, to tell people about the condition that she was born with. Stern has found investors to continue studying what her condition is.
The main reason is to just raise awareness for all of this. The doctors did all they could, but I'm not okay with the answer if they just don't know. I think we need to know more about it.
Just an unbelievable example of how to handle adversity that most of us don't ever have to deal with, and hopefully don't ever have to. She handles this with such positivity. That's just who she is as a person. It's a lesson for everybody.
I'm growing to accept the fact that this is my life now. I can't do anything about it. I can't control what happens. I couldn't control what happened. So just trying to accept that part, and I try to remind people it could always be worse.
Reporting for WDAY Sports, I'm Dom Izzo.
All right, Jory, certainly so thankful that Claire is here with the team, and a scary situation over the summer, and her response has been incredible.
Yeah, I couldn't be more proud or even inspired by how Claire's handled the adversity. I think as coaches, it's easy to talk about adversity in a lot of different ways, and we always try to tell people it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. And she's responded to this setback as well as you could ever hope for anybody. So obviously taking the positive spin on it, doing her best to create more awareness and help the next person along. She's got such great character, such a foundation of who she is, that she's going to be just fine. We're lucky to have her around still.
Yeah, awesome to have Claire Stern, part of our Bison family. And again, if you want to check out for more info on Claire's new foundation, the RareDNA Foundation, was awesome to have the game highlighting that last weekend as well.
Yeah, it was great. She had her booth out front with her mom. A lot of people stopped by, checked it out. If you haven't, go check out the website. It's very well done and very professional. It's pretty good.
Awesome to hear. Well, Jory, we really appreciate the time. Real quick before we let you go, quick thoughts going up to UND on Sunday.
Yeah, obviously in-state rivalry week, we get a little extra time here this week to get to rest our bumps and bruises, and we're looking forward to a big one on Sunday.
Cannot wait. Sunday afternoon, NDSU and UND. Jory Collins, Bison women's basketball head coach, with us. Jory, we appreciate it as always, and good luck on Sunday.
You bet. Thanks, Sam. Go Bison.
All righty, that's going to do it for us on the Bison Basketball Show. For Jory Collins, Dave Richman, and our entire crew, I'm Sam Neidermann saying so long and go Bison.
The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank, for a better way of life, and Pepsi.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.